ARs, AR-15, but I told her,
No,
I don't know if you could accurately hit with that from
no,
200 yards. I was thinking about a Remington Model 70.
that had to be some, yeah.
Uh,
That wasn't a combat weapon. That was I'm gonna kill your ass weapon.
yeah,
Hey, it wasn't no your ear gonna bleed on this one. I mean, I hate to see anybody lose their life, but this thing is real crazy, and these people don't understand the position that this president is putting them in by following him with this foolishness.
Well,
right.
I hope they look in the mirror. Either get out while you can, and trust and believe. I can almost bet you the person that did that wasn't a black and brown person.
they say they have the suspect. I don't know who he is. My wife had been telling me about it. I was on another. I had to go to another Zoom call that I just got off of, which was a little bit rough, and I went to DC. I took my wife to DC to see my brother-in-law, who had some medical problems he had to get solved. So Charlie Kirk getting shot, I'd have to ask Mac and Ron and you and Chester.
I had somebody send me a text about it. But yeah, I had the constable from the school. You know, me and him, we talked, and he sent me a text message about it. And he said, "Yeah, man, it's on CNN right now. I had to get CNN, see what's going on out in Utah."
Man.
One of the rarest states in the nation.
Yeah, that's Mormon country, ain't it? They don't do nothing like that.
Yes, sir.
My glad unpopular opinion, okay? Look, if you lay with dogs, you're going to get fleas. I don't know if you guys saw that little video clip of him saying that, unfortunately, the right to carry arms carries some violence with it, or something to that effect. He said,
"Yeah, I did
have some deaths."
I did hear him say that.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And believe me, guys, I don't want to see anybody killed, shot, or anything like that. But and I see it as a side effect from if you are using police state and you're going to be violent, then violence is going to meet you back.
Yeah.
If you want some peace and love, you're going to have some peace and love. That's just my opinion. All right.
Right. I agree with you, Mac. 100%. I'm gonna throw a couple things out, man, and then I'm gonna let y'all have it. All right. The NFL started last when did it start? Last Thursday or was it Friday?
Last Thursday. Thursday, yep.
Thursday. We got on top of all this other stuff that Trump needed a distraction, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I've been hearing in the news, we got this interstellar object that's coming into the solar system here. You guys heard about that?
Yeah, I heard that mess.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Changing colors and all kind of stuff.
They talk about they shot it with a missile.
I think yesterday.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's the one that I. No, not that one, but yeah, yesterday Congress was instead of talking about the Epstein thing, they decided they want to talk about the UFO that they somewhere that they tried to shoot down off the coast of some other country. That they got the video up where the missile hit it, the UFO kept going and all this kind of stuff, and another distraction, I guess, trying to keep from talking about Donald Trump and the Epstein thing.
Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah, and then I guess Trump got in their ass. Look, man, y'all got to get him off me. So then here you go, Bobby, with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I see Charlie
You
Kirk.
think that's gonna change the narrative?
No.
You think that's gonna get him off of Trump's ass?
No. Matter of fact, that's gonna bring them even closer.
I think so
so?
too, Smitty. Because hey, they're gonna come up with that thing. Boy, that bullet that you dodged it, you claim hit your ear, and oh no.
They misused. They got him.
Well, first
Well, I
of
think
all,
Trump
Charlie,
needed a big enough distraction, man, to pull him off of him. So hey, we got to sacrifice somebody. That's
yeah,
my
but Charlie
theory.
Kirk is not that big of a deal as a personality.
Not unless you're in
The world is not going to stop and mourn Charlie Kirk. Believe me.
No, none of. Well,
Charlie Kirk is just another guy that they voted to allow guns, the proliferation of guns in this country. So he's another guy that's a victim of gun violence.
yeah, with the chickens coming home to roost. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, they all want their Second Amendment, which is not about them owning a gun. But now we're gonna see one of their so-called conservative members now have been shot. So we're gonna see the thoughts and the prayers and what the gun movement is gonna do now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And besides that, immediately they call this a political assassination.
I know.
But when those people got killed out in Minnesota?
Right.
Hey, I don't remember hearing no political assassination about them.
No, not at all.
The next day they had forgot all about that.
Yep. But now one of their own got killed, and suddenly it's a problem. And and you talk about the guns. I just saw they had this ex FBI agent on MSNBC. He came on, or no, he might have been state police or something like that. But he wanted to first defend the Second Amendment. I said, already they starting, so they never gonna get away from the guns. They love their guns.
Yep.
And they gonna keep their guns. But sometimes when you are out there throwing bombs, and Charlie Kirk, I don't know if anybody ever read any of the things he said, was a definite bomb thrower. He said all kinds of stuff. He said stuff about MLK. He said stuff about Obama. He said stuff about gays. He said stuff about white replacement. All those things. He was at the forefront carrying the flag for all those young white folks. All them young white folks that was around watching them get shot was all there because they all agree with what he had to say.
Yeah. You see it? When he first started off his speech, or whatever you want to call it, he out there throwing MAGA hats out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's who he is. And, that's the stuff, when you stir up a pot of shit, it's going to stink. Excuse my language. Right? And that's what happened.
Right.
My thing with that is that he was in the right place, because he was in Utah Valley, which is mostly all white school. White school.
Whitest place you can find.
And the thing about it is this climate right here is different from, all the other times, he done been out there.
Right.
This climate right now is toxic.
Yeah.
And he just, he was just a victim of his own words.
Quiet as kept. I heard that they had sent a message to him not to come there.
Yeah.
We don't want you here.
Oh, is that right?
1,000 people voted for him to come, and 600 people said don't come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He had no security, none of that to set up, to check anybody that coming into that.
I heard he travels with security.
Yes, he traveled with his own security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evidently, they want in motion.
Yeah.
or they failed.
His
Yeah, well,
I don't think his security detail is more like one for an actor or performer.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's not in the long range.
just somebody trying to touch you and feel you or something garbage.
You know, speaking of gun violence, y'all, I was just, tonight. Let me know how close it is, right? Because I went to the scout meeting tonight at one, and we, before the meeting, we were sitting outside the church talking. Next thing you know, you hear pop, 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 right down there, down from what is that, Chestnut Street? You know what I'm talking about, Chester. Two young boys opened fire with a AR-15 on somebody's house down there. And when I looked, we were trying to get on in because first somebody was saying that's firecracker. That wasn't no firecracker.
Right.
That was real right there, and it was right at home for me. And I said, "What in the world?"
In the city limits, Joe.
In the city limits. Next thing you know, you saw cop cars coming by the 2s and 3s and stuff coming down there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the two boys, but I ain't had no phone. I couldn't take no picture. I mean, I had a phone, but it wasn't equipped to take a picture that quick right there. Them two boys ran through there, and I said, that boy had a real gun. Somebody told me some firecrackers. That was not firecracker. That was real life gunshots.
Yeah.
And it hit home right there at the minute we were there. And I said, well, what all that firing he done? It could have been a chance that those bullets could have hit us.
Yeah. Or hit some stray child in the house
or anything like that. Yeah. And I'm saying to myself, these young kids done lost their doggone mind with these guns.
They have. Well, first of all, everybody shouldn't have one. That's
not everybody, no.
Right.
But they have ways of getting them. That's the thing about it. I mean, you can keep them from them all you want. Because I have a firearm myself, but I make sure mine is secure. But
there are ways to get them because we live in America. But if you go to other countries, you don't have no way to get them.
No, they can't hear. They are ruddily out there in them streets.
Right. You walking down the streets in Tokyo, you ain't worried about nobody coming up with no AK shooting you down.
Somebody came up with the idea that let's have a drop off where the kids, if you have guns, you can just go
turn it in
and turn them in at this drop off. But I said to myself, which one of them kids you think gonna come up there and turn in a firearm?
None of them.
None of them.
Yeah, why would you do
that? We've had those buybacks, and some people bring some guns in there and sell them, but the serious guy, he ain't bringing his damn gun.
Especially them young kids, because they got them illegally anyway.
Right.
Well,
most of them because they're not even old enough to even have a gun.
The one thing you got to keep in mind about this country is this country was pretty much founded in principle on bootlegging and all these other things that were whatever was illegal, they made a market out of it.
Right.
So if you make guns, unlawful or illegal, they still gonna sell those guns.
Well, I feel assaulted now because you speaking of bootlegging.
These people today, these people don't really care about whether these kids have guns or they shoot each other.
No.
You look at some of the real big school shootings that have happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Have we done anything? We done a few things when Obama was in there, to kind of upgrade.
They're not gonna let you do anything.
That's right.
They don't want to.
They don't want to do anything.
It's not as much as they don't want to, as to they feel it's going to weaken them.
Not only that,
because they feel that I'm gonna put it like this: they're not going to win hand-to-hand combat.
No,
right?
They're not going to win hand-to-hand combat. So that's their remedy to hand-to-hand combat.
They always right. What is the Second Amendment?
But I tell people when they talk about and one of the person I told was our boy Tony. And he talks about the Second Amendment and how many guns he should be able to have. I said, well, if you want to talk about the Second Amendment, things have changed since this country began. Things have changed. You never needed a license to ride a horse. You never you never needed a license to drive a horse and buggy, but when you never needed a license to drive a car for a long time.
You're right.
And also to add on to that, Bob,
they changed it to the point where you had to have a license.
to add on to that, Bob.
So what's the difference in changing the rules of the Second Amendment?
Right.
To add on to that, Bob, they did not have those assault rifles on sale that you can just walk in the store and get one.
And that's true too.
Had those weapons. Those are weapons of war.
And that's the other thing I said. When they said right to bear arms, just like you go from the horse and buggy to the car to the supercharger, right? You went from a musket where it took you 5 minutes to 5 to 10 minutes to get it right,
to reload it.
One bullet. So you could only shoot about 5 bullets in an hour.
Right.
Right. Now you shoot 5 bullets and you blink faster.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's the difference? The difference is they feel like that's going to weaken them, and they know they can't handle hand-to-hand combat.
Right. And once again, unfortunately, to add race into it, they was concerned about us.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by hand-to-hand combat. I just use hand-to-hand combat to clean it up. But that's exactly what I'm talking about.
But you know what we talk about, right? That was control the race problem in the South, because there were too many of us, and once we got our freedom, they were concerned that their safety was going to be a problem.
And it was going to be a problem because retribution was in order.
Absolutely.
That's what they was afraid of. But, the Second Amendment talks about a militia, and the thing about it, if you're going to do anything to the Constitution, you got to do another amendment. So they know there's no, in the political climate that we're in, there's no taste for it. They're not going to sit there and amend the Constitution.
No, and also there's
then it would start amending all of the Constitution.
Then there's no money in it. Also, you got to
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there when you said there's no money in it, because
money in it.
A lot of those politicians were getting money from the gun people.
That's
right.
For their campaigns.
That's right.
And we're talking about politicians on both sides.
On both sides, right?
From the gun manufacturers, right? And all their lobbyists, they're paying big money, billions of dollars, to keep the guns out there and keep them available.
Yeah.
And they do that because they know people will vote for them if they say they're for guns. If they say they're not for guns, they're not going to vote for them.
Absolutely.
Politicians don't have a belief in anything. They just say, what the platitude is and what the climate is. That's what they're going to voice their opinion in that direction. But one way or another, they don't really care because, like you said, a lot of them are just there lining their pockets.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've been there 30, 40 years and never passed legislation like old boy from Ohio.
Yep.
Just to investigate every damn thing. He has never passed any type of legislation.
No.
Just like somebody said, it's on both sides because, okay, a white dude went into the church in, what is that, Charlotte, and gunned down all those people in church. And then you had that incident in where they were in this Hispanic school, shot up all those kids up in there. They don't care whether it's those kids. I mean, they care. And then they'll come out with that prayer thing, and our prayers are with this and that and the other. For a while, then that'll sweep away. The next day you'll have another shooting.
They don't care. They don't care. As long as they're getting their money, they want to know if they care if their check cleared. That's what they care about. They don't care about any of the other stuff.
Anytime they let that man sit up there, he done sit there and rape those little kids, 13, 14, 15 years old. And they don't care about that. They try to, when they know the man done that, they know he was involved in it.
And they know that their president is involved in it.
That's what I'm saying. They know he was involved in it.
10 toes deep in that. And everybody know it. Everybody know it. And all the evidence and every lie he says now is such a blatant lie that they coming back with the evidence and the receipt, say, wait a minute, you lied about this? Matter of fact, his whole press, the press that they have there for the president now in the White House, They scared to even ask the question.
Yeah, the press ain't asking no questions.
They waste of time. They could just clean
They
up. Talk
ain't
to
asking no questions. If they do, it's a soft question.
right because they scared. They
They
scared.
ain't trying to challenge nothing that Donald Trump done did.
Yeah, they scared. They're scared to ask the questions.
So what do y'all think? Y'all think he's planning on coming out of there at the end of his term?
No.
Hell no.
Oh,
I don't really think he's gonna make it.
Well, he might not make it.
he ain't probably gonna make it. But the
vice president.
the vice president worse than him.
Come on, man. Oh, why you gonna say he ain't leave? You know goddamn well he gonna leave. He ain't got no. Once his term is over, he's no longer the president.
Well,
So whether he wants to leave or not, the boys at Capitol Police will escort him right out the building like anybody else.
Well, he'll declare a national emergency.
He can't declare nothing with that.
Yep.
That's the
He'll do something.
Yeah,
The Constitution tells you what the
That's
term
the way I
limits
think
are.
too, Mac. That he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something before then because he's gonna do something to stop that.
But this is, and I don't disagree with any of y'all, but what Ron just said is the logical thing of the country.
That's the normal way it should
Right.
be. But these are not normal times, though, Bob.
Here it is.
Huh?
Right? You can have that, and he can do that. But understand, just like the thing where they trying to get Barack talking about the stuff that Barack did, he should be charged with treason and all that. Well, they already set precedents that when you president, it's things you do that blah blah blah.
Yep.
Now, if that happens and they try to do that, understand that it's gonna be one day where they're not gonna be in charge.
Well, did you see the interview with the Supreme Court Justice this week, Coney Barrett, where they asked her that specific question, and her answer was, "We'll just see."
Yeah, because they all are in it together.
They're all in that.
They all are in it together. The whole Supreme Court has been broken down to the point where
they gonna go to jail.
They in his pocket.
Yeah.
Huh?
They gonna go to jail just like him when the rubber hits the road.
Oh yeah.
They gonna go to jail just like him.
Hold
up. Well, look, he's setting it up now, man. That's why he's using the sending the National Guard into all of these cities as a test run.
Right.
But it is, no doubt. But it is, right. And back again to what Ron said, right? And everything y'all saying is 100% true with him setting it up and all that.
Right.
But guess what? It's the people that look like him are the ones that's going to fight against it.
Absolutely.
Because just like go back to 9/11, which is tomorrow. Go back to 9/11. What happened during 9/11? Everybody wanted security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until their little kids had to be looking at guns in the airports and all that. Now they want to change their mind. Well, maybe we don't need it in the airports because my kids are scared and this, that, and the other because you got these men walking around with big guns.
Right.
It's no different in the street. It ain't gonna be no different in the street because just like they know factually that it'll start on the south side of Chicago, but it's gonna end up on the other side of Chicago too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if it go down, people gonna run and they gonna go somewhere else and they gonna chase them. So that's gonna end up in their neighborhoods too.
Yes.
They know that. That's why the stuff in LA didn't last long. Because they're like, no, that's not. Listen, things are gonna happen all over. When you got a mass of people living in the same space, everybody ain't gonna get along.
Right.
You know what? The security. I think I don't know if it was you or it was Ron or somebody. The legal system and the Supreme Court. We started out earlier in an earlier podcast talking about how the legal system might be the in for this guy, Donald Trump, in which they're trying to remain, the Supreme Court is trying to remain independent of him, but because they're coming, they'll make some legislature lean towards him, and then some legislature, is all for him.
Right.
And so now the big thing that's sitting on the table now that would really make a difference, I know everybody probably already know this, is that legislated about his tariff that that's sitting on their desk right now.
Right.
For them to make if they redo them tariff, all that money that they collected from all those nations going to have to go back to them.
Right.
As a part of that.
Yeah.
And I just don't see it. I really don't. I don't see them. If they, I mean, that's the end result. If they what they did immunity, they gave the president immunity.
Right.
And I really didn't believe they would do that. I said, I know they're not going to do that. And then they did it anyway.
But what they tried to do, they tried to hurt Biden with that. That's what they did. They were trying to hurt Biden. And what they ended up doing is helping because they didn't think it through they never think it through. They just think for the moment.
Even with Roe versus Wade, with the with abortions, we all have our opinion on abortions. We all do. Some do, some don't. But it was Roe versus Wade kept it level.
Again,
it kept it level, but they undid that.
They didn't think it through. Look at all the people who complained about it as far as abortion goes. How many of them have been black?
None.
There it is. How many of them are going down to Congress and speak in these houses and these meetings that are black?
No, most of them
because they couldn't get an abortion.
Right.
They did not think it through. See, so many things that they're trying to do is to hurt black and brown folk.
Right.
Yeah. That's their whole thing. But like always, even going back to the Louisiana Purchase, they do not think things through. It's like a person that's mad and they do something, and after it's done, they regret it. And that's what they do all the time.
Well, the biggest thing on abortion was they're looking at the demographic and they're saying that not enough white kids are being born, so they force white women to have more babies, so they equal out the population. It ain't gonna work.
But that's my point, Smitty. That's my point exactly. They did not think it through.
No.
Because if a white woman, if you put 10 white women out there and eight of them have problem pregnancies, you still only gonna get 2 out of 8.
Right.
Right.
You're right.
And then on top of that, out of that 8, you might lose 3 of those women.
Absolutely. And the thing
what did you gain from that?
They're not going to do it anyway. They can't control their women because, first of all, their women got their money. And because they got their money, they're going to circumvent the system anyway because they can afford to go wherever they want to and get an abortion, which is what they were doing before. And so they're trying to control that population with these ideas. You get all these religious right folks that are thinking, hey, we can control women that way. You cannot because your women got all your money.
I agree, Bob, that they didn't think it. They didn't think it through. But if you look at it, they did this. All of this stuff was to please Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
And let's be honest with ourselves, y'all. When you did immunity, they was trying to make Biden look bad, but they also wanted to try to keep. They knew Donald Trump was going to be committing crimes when he went in office.
Absolutely,
they knew that because from the last time he was in there.
Yep,
all these court, and just before he went in there, all these court matters he had. Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. They did try to, But they also were trying to please Donald Trump.
Well, and that's true too. But they also were trying to save their own butts because they knew if he didn't win, a lot of them would have been going down too, right away. Right.
He's still up to date trying to take away ACA.
Right. And also try to get rid of voter rights.
And he tried to do birthright citizenship.
Hey, listen,
he tried to take that away from people, you know, and that was all about Obama.
Right.
He wanted Obama's stuff way before he even went in office.
Of course.
He wanted
I was listening to a black farmer the other day, and he was talking about how the white farmers are mad at the black farmers because they're not fighting with them, right? And he was like, "Yo, y'all had everything. We had to fight. We've been fighting this same fight forever.
Right?
Y'all had everything. Now that they done took y'all shit, now y'all want us to come help y'all."
Yeah.
That also goes, Bob. That also goes towards the Hispanics. The Hispanics said, "Where's the black people at down here to help us?"
Right.
Yeah.
They're saying, "Where's the black people at?" I hear it all the time when I'm out there.
FAFO. That's what they.
Where your black brothers at? They're not out here on the lines.
No.
Where they at?
No.
Yeah, the white
Joe,
farmer. Hell,
hey,
man.
Joe,
Right
you know the answer to that question is
what?
When they say where the black farmers at and where the Hispanic, they outside the voting booth waiting for you to vote for Trump so they can vote for the other person. That's where they are.
Yeah.
In other words,
that's absolutely right. Because they
left them at
they
the
sit out
voting
there and
booth.
act like we tried to
You
tell
voted
them,
for
look,
Trump,
man,
you left them at the voting booth.
absolutely.
don't trust them.
That one wasn't strong enough.
Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Was that old saying? You played yourself.
That's what happened.
They walking around because see the European, and I'm trying to be nice tonight, y'all.
Okay.
The European people in this country know how to get into these communities, these Hispanic communities. They put some money in there.
Yep.
They'll fund some stuff for them to do, and that way they can get you to do it. Even in this little bitty town that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
They pump the little money in there so they can get that vote.
Yep.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they do. They
All
do it all
the time.
I saw a white farmer on TV, I think it was the day before yesterday, man, crying crocodile tears because his crop is just about rotted.
No.
And he was whining about they didn't know that Donald Trump was going to do that to them. You know.
We knew.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Yeah.
But them
Exactly.
He did it the last time, but what he did the last time was
for real.
he sent them all checks to keep quiet.
Right.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Yeah.
And they took them checks.
That's what
and
I'm saying.
And now they're not sure they're gonna get those checks, so now they want some cover.
Absolutely.
They want some top
now
cover.
they want to cry.
Yeah.
You see the beef farmers out there in Missouri, they smoking right now.
Soybeans too.
They hot. They say they ain't got nobody to take care of them cattle.
Sorry about your luck. With the man with Chappelle said you was in on the heist, but you not like the cut.
What was that we had some years back? When the cows when the beef was what they call it when they was
the free beef program?
No, when they had the disease, what was that disease called?
Mad cow disease.
Mad cow, there it is. They ain't got nobody take care of them. They have a whole lot of mad cow disease.
You ain't lying. Mad farmer disease.
Yeah.
But what's happening to them in this country is they have voted for their end for so long. Now everything that they thought was going to happen for them is in question because, well, first of all, if they're allowed Trump to ever stay in the White House, this country is no longer going to be under constitutional control because they just ran over. The Supreme Court, I think what's going to happen to them in the future is they're going to vote term limits for those folks.
Yeah.
And just like the people been saying all along to Congress, they need term limits. They need to get some of those people out of there.
They do.
Because the same people keep voting for these people. Oh, yeah, not people only vote for people they like. They don't care about the policies until the policies come home to roost. And now, like you just saying, everybody crying, but you didn't give a damn about the policy because you didn't like the other person that was running for office.
Right.
And you never said you didn't like them because of the policy. You just didn't like them because of the color of their skin, and it was a woman.
There you go.
And they never gonna let a woman get in that seat.
Because politicians always lied. They always lie.
Oh yeah. Remember
just
that
now.
Trump lady said, I just see when I see the word president, I just think man.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Sit down, Karen.
White man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Exactly.
go. There you go.
White man, because the biggest changes, the biggest things that we had was because Obama was president. So
that knocked a hole in the whole game right there.
But the line they got from that is that, well, we can't say we're racist because we had a black president. Really?
But what they did was they tried to go back, like Back to the Future. They tried to go all the way back to the past, and we got to change everything so that we can never have another one. So we got to attack all
that's what they say.
That's Trump's mission.
Attack all the voting rights. We've got to take care of all those things that made Obama possible.
Listen, all I'm saying is they were born to be thugs.
Yes.
They was born to be thugs.
They've been thugs all their life.
All their life. They was born
ever since they've been in existence. They've been
The
thugs.
thing about it is they've been getting away with it.
Yeah, they have.
No,
now it's all social media done changed the game.
I'm talking about what Trump said about the black folks in D.C.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, they was born to be thugs. I want to know what a thug is.
He the biggest thug in the world.
Hey, listen, if there is one, he's the big one.
You know what? What I say about that is I don't understand how the Republican that's sitting up there in Congress, how in the world can you look in the mirror when your president said to your face, y'all are stupid.
Right.
He called them stupid, and he sent them home early. Told them go home on summer break early. And he called them stupid. They had that on their mind all the time they was on vacation. And then they come back with the same stuff.
Because he told them the truth, Joe.
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong at all.
No, I know he wasn't wrong. I know he wasn't wrong.
He just,
but that's less than a man for somebody to look in your face like that.
But
you got people. This man told Ted Cruz his wife was ugly. He wouldn't screw her with his dick. Right? And then your daddy killed Kennedy. And he out there singing his praise.
Absolutely.
You're thug,
now you know if somebody says something about your wife gonna look at you like, if you don't fight him, I'm gonna fight him and I'm gonna fight your ass.
No, hold on, Ron. You gotta know, first of all, you 100% right. Because she was a black and brown wife. You gonna get clumped upside the head if you don't say nothing right then.
Exactly.
I love to be on here with y'all guys. Did y'all see Lisa Murkowski the other day? She stepped down. She said she's not running again.
Who?
Yeah, right.
Lisa Murkowski from Alaska.
Yeah, right. She didn't run the last time. She had to go independent.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Right? She up there.
She ain't running no more because she told them people everybody gonna die.
Right.
Yes,
that's why the hell she ain't
gonna die anyway.
She knows she ain't got a chance in hell.
No.
You told all them white folks they gonna die anyway.
Yep.
Susan Collins next, ain't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
She on her way out because
I call her Miss Shaky.
The handwriting on the wall. They know that if Trump can't do his thing and prevent the vote from happening, folks gonna come out and vote, and they all gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Even in red states and red districts, whenever they have a special election, they getting their clocks clean. So they know.
They are.
So they looking at. They said, "Daddy, what you gonna do about this?" And if he don't have a plan to prevent the vote from happening, trouble.
Only person, he ain't got no plan, and his boy, he don't mess with his boy no more.
Elon Musk.
Nah, not Musk, the other boy with the wild hair. What's his name?
The
one that went to jail.
Yeah, I know the one. Well, that could have been any of them. There's a bunch of them went to jail.
But the most recent one.
With the podcast.
But yeah, it's man, listen, man, it's just crazy how because I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna lie. I don't care. Look, we got 7 people, and ain't none of y'all gonna call me dumb. I don't care, and me not say nothing about it, and me be like, yeah, I'm dumb. It ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
Because they know they stupid. They know they stupid.
And if you know you dumb, you gonna look.
Listen,
If I was a woman and I was married to one of them, and they came home after that, it's damn close to be out on the porch.
but listen to this. So
And you know the draw's gonna get rationed.
now listen, we talk about this though. So perfect example was the Trump picture. The Trump picture that he claimed he didn't draw, that everybody knew he drew, and then as soon as he says, well, I never drew it, I never signed it.
They all start saying the same thing.
Matter of fact, even
They all playing that tune, boy.
the black congressman said, I seen him sign 100 things, and that ain't his signature. Like,
Yeah, that's Bob's boy, Donaldson, or Joe's boy. Yeah.
That's his boy?
Yeah. Donaldson.
Donaldson.
That
Donaldson, yeah.
listen.
The house boy.
Him and Uncle Tim Scott.
I don't know where Tim Scott at, man.
Hey, I know where he at.
He trying to find his bride.
Hey, look, that white girl they set him up with.
Yeah, right.
He's still paying them bills. talking about he engaged.
He trying to get some black people to like him because he know he around some black people.
Stop it, man.
He know he around some black people. He got to get around, try to find a few of them that's gonna care for him.
Ain't nobody care for him. He done.
Who he gonna hang out with? Joe? Your boy Mark Robinson? Because he's
the only one. Mark Robinson and Donaldson.
Donaldson, because he can't hang out with none of the real brothers.
Nah.
He can't even hang out with Donald Trump.
No,
Donald Trump don't want him around him unless he want to use him.
Donald Trump don't
I
want.
think all of them done dump Mark Robinson. So nobody, that boy, poison.
And he ain't done half as bad.
Right.
But y'all,
That
look,
joker.
I hope everybody saw the parade over in China.
Oh, we saw that, man.
I know everybody seen it.
Yep.
Did you see how those soldiers look? That was marching.
Yeah, they look like so.
Yeah.
You ain't see how our soldiers look, man. They can't touch our soldiers, man.
That was crazy right there because you had Kim Jong-un, Putin, Xi from China.
Yeah.
Who else you had? You had the Iran man.
Yeah.
All of them in one country.
From India.
Modi from India, yeah, him too.
And then you had Trump at 3:00 in the morning hate tweeting on the fact that they was all together plotting against him, and they didn't invite
him.
And
right.
then
but they love him. They love him.
But to put it in writing, he sound like a little bitch.
If you let him tell it, Bob, they love him.
They love him. They write him beautiful letters.
But they know he a sucker.
Hey, look, those people that gave him that Air Force One, right? Mm-hmm. Netanyahu bombed their ass, and they like, yo, what's up, man? Why you think we gave you the plane?
Hello.
Your boy over here just going off, blowing up shit.
Netanyahu
like, I'm really disappointed. I'm like, why somebody give a damn if you disappointed?
Right.
He know he got the backing of the United States. That's the reason he's doing a lot of that stuff.
Netanyahu don't care about nobody in this country until it's time to get out of jail or get some money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He know he got the backing of the U.S. He know Donald Trump gonna back him.
He ain't got no choice. Donald Trump ain't got no choice. because all them folks that are giving him that money gonna withdraw that money the minute he say he ain't backing them.
This fool still collecting money from these people talking about help with this fund and that fund. I'm like, they are so stupid.
Yep.
They stuck on it, man. But they said stuck on phonics, they stuck on stupid.
He's a gangster, man. He's a gangster.
All the stuff is funny,
Who
but
a
it's so
gangster?
serious.
Who a gangster, Testing?
Trump's a gangster, man.
Man,
Yeah, he a gangster.
Dang gangster, man.
Yeah, but Trump been affiliated with the mob, though, bro.
Hold on a minute,
New
man.
York.
Let me tell you. See,
Oh,
this where I get fired up at, because man, that boy's so far. He the biggest punk there is, and I don't care if the CIA's mama listening. Listen, if that joker, I say it again, and I'll constantly say it. If that joker was in Atlantic City in the 70s, in the late 70s, when they was building them casinos, and he told them mafia boys that he wasn't gonna pay to have his trash picked up or tell them that he wasn't gonna pay them. We wouldn't even hear about Donald Trump.
Okay.
His ass would have been one of them same damn windmills out there in Atlantic City that he say cause cancer. His ass would have been one of them.
Absolutely.
Okay, Bob. Hold up a minute.
That's something. He got a bunch of punks over there, and he tough with them. That's just like that damn bully in the school till he ran up on the wrong one and they hit him in the damn mouth, and you ain't hear about him no more.
Yep.
Or knocked all the bull out of him.
Okay, Bob. Now, so did you see the tech boys? He brought them tech boys in, and they all gave him that circle jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's gangster, man.
Yes,
That's what they call gangster right there.
That's some punks. That's some punks that want something.
Yeah.
If they was real men, they wouldn't be doing that. They punks too.
Right.
Who purchases anything from them big tech people? The people.
No, who purchases from big tech people? The government.
But hold up, though. Listen,
but I'm saying the people are going in their stores and purchasing their stuff.
Who does the government give it to after they purchase it? The people, right?
The people.
But he worried about that government. They all there because they worry about their government checks.
Their government contracts.
That guy from Facebook, he's sitting up there beside Donald Trump.
But that's all it is.
Let me pull Colonel Jordan here a minute. Turn your mic on, Colonel. I need you to respond to this. You and I had talked a little while back about you was gonna bring your boat down to Virginia, possibly, and we get on it and go fishing, right? Remember that conversation?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to renege, man, because I'm scared to get out on that water. When Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth can just, at their own discretion,